Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to Prince Miller Entertainment TV. My name is Prince Miller. Welcome to another edition of the daily news, breaking news. Subscribe to the channel as usual. If you have already subscribed, thank you very much, for joining us. If you are just listening to us for the first time, thank you very much, for being part of this whole TV station. And subscribe to the channel. Also follow us on Twitter at princemillerentertainment. We are also available on Instagram at Prince Miller Entertainment. Just go there, Instagram, follow us on Instagram, and it so much things going on Instagram, and so guys, I just want you guys to go there and follow us on Instagram. So we did talk about Zimbabweans who are in distress in South Africa. My Zimbo'S I think we did talk about it some few weeks ago. If you haven't checked it out, you can go and check it out. We did talk about the Zimbabwean embassy about this whole issue the whole issue yekudzorera vanhu kumusha. So at first yangotanga yengori rumor and stuff. There were email address, there were phone numbers going on. So within a few weeks again, the embassy seems to confirm those rumors. Okay, each okwadi chiri kuitika, but asati tane real time, tane real date yekuti zviitike. So today is the 2 May 2020. The embassy have actually come up with the official statement with the arrangements kuti zvafamba sei. So I just thought, sezvo takamboitanga nyaya iyi before, let's just follow it until nyaya yapera, because we have so many guys who wants to go back to Zimbabwe. We have so many brothers and sisters who no longer wants to be here, who no longer wants to be in South Africa, who wants to go back home, because adziziwe kuti coronavirus inopera rini. So many people have lost their jobs already, and some of them, if you used to work like from Monday to Friday, you're now working maybe 1 day or 2 days a week. Saka as a foreigner, it's very difficult because you have bills to pay, rent and stuff, food you need to eat, you get families, some atorina na basa racho rokushanda. So just imagine kuti kana usina basa rokushanda unorarama nei. Even if coronavirus yakapera, it's going to take time for things to go back to normal. And it's going to take almost like 6 months or so just for things to get normal, because and most companies won't be able to actually afford to pay more employers and more employees, because one time I got 1 day basinga make any income. Okay, so I'm just gonna read this official announcement. I'm gonna post it on this on this video. I think you can see it. We're gonna put some of the details in the comment section and it about everything. You can just reach out. I'll be there 24/7 to answer you. So this notice is a follow-up to our communication dated 30 April 2020 regarding consultations with bus operators for the provision of transport services to Zimbabweans who have expressed interest in self-funded repatriation from South Africa to Zimbabwe during the lockdown period. Okay, so guys, this is a self-funded repatriation. Zimbabwe embassy haisubhadhara mari. This is a self-funded repatriation. Okay, anyway, let me read it again. This notice is a follow-up to our communication dated 30 April 2020 regarding consultations with the bus operators for the provision of transport services to Zimbabwe. We have expressed interest in self-funded repatriation from South Africa to Zimbabwe during the lockdown period. Please be informed that Egoliner Intercity Express bus company has been engaged as one of the transport service providers tasked with the responsibility to transport Zimbabweans from Johannesburg, Pretoria to quarantine centers in Beitbridge, Zimbabwe. This agreement with Egoliner entitles the following: So the embassy is working with Egolina or Intercity Express bus company to engage in responsibility kutakura vanhu from Joburg or Pretoria to some places in Beitbridge, whereby you'll be quarantined for like 21 days and so the service being offered by with the agreement between the Zimbabwean embassy and Egolina and or Intercity Express. So Egolina or Intercity Express, we offer transportation service from Johannesburg or Pretoria to quarantine centers in Beitbridge, Zimbabwe. This service will be demanded, driven and offered weekly on Mondays, Wednesdays and Fridays. The actual departure dates will be dependent on the granting of necessary authorizations from the Department of International Relations and Cooperation of South Africa, DICO. However, 6 May 2020 is the envisioned date of departure for the first trip. So the service will be demanded driven and offered weekly on Mondays, Wednesdays and Fridays. And the actual date of departure, the first date is gonna be on the 6th of May 2020. It now depends nekuti vanhu varida kuenda kumusha vakawanda sei, but it's gonna start on the 6th of May 2020 from Pretoria to Johannesburg. The pickup points in Johannesburg will be it's called Lenasia, Starbus and Park Station. Lenasia, Starbus and Park Station. While in Pretoria, the pickup point will be Bosman Station. It is important to adhere to the lockdown restrictions on gatherings set by the South African government. There will be 2 departure times from Johannesburg for the service, namely 10 o'clock and 3 o'clock. The pickup time in Pretoria will be directly communicated by Egolina Bus Company. The cost and the payment options: the bus fare will be 600 Rand per person. Luggage will be charged separately and payable at pickup points on the day of the departure. Payments will be done electronically via combi tickets, and the sales of the bus tickets will commence from 1 May 2020. Logistical arrangements: Intercity Express or Egolina, we provide the embassy and the consulate with passenger manifest and bus details prior to each trip for clearance with both the South African and the Zimbabwean authorities. The bus's carrying capacity will be limited to 70%. In order to comply with the South African lockdown loading regulations for public transport. Travel documents now. All the prospective passengers should have the requisite travel documents before paying for the trip. Those without travel documents should urgently contact the consulate to apply for a temporary travel document before booking. Kune vasina mapepa, vasina passport, vasina permits and stuff, you should first of all apply for travel for temporary travel document and ku embassy musati masumuka kuitira kuti zvikuitire nyore and so for contact details and for contact person and the details for inquiries and assistance with the transport bookings, interested person should use the following Egolina contact details. Anyway, I'm gonna put all the details in the comment section to those ones who wants to actually get in touch with the people who Egolina. Kana mune any questions you want to ask about the trips. Remember, it's only Johannesburg and Pretoria only. So I don't know about Cape Town. I don't know about Durban, but samataura aruta embassy autaura kungoti it's only Pretoria and Joburg. We still want to know, or we still want to hear more about other cities besides the Gauteng province, and it go Varuku Cape Town to be part of this, and so please know that the consultations with other bus operators are currently going with the view to enter into a similar arrangements, not only for Gauteng but for other provinces as well. Okay, so that's why. So that's my my question has been answered already. So what they are saying is Paris Zunuga arrangement is only for Gauteng, but as time goes on, they're gonna work with other bus operators in other cities like Durban, Cape Town, Bloemfontein and stuff, so that you guys would also get help, similarity help. And remember, this is a self-funded trip, and it is a trip yokuti embassy kubhadhara. Embassy iripo pangokubatsira pakutsvaga ma contact details. No, embassy iripo pakukubatsira yoyo kuti ukwanise kuva une mapapers ekufambisa. But as for mari kuti zoni munodye and stuff or married transport, you should have your own money. You should have your own money to actually pay for the trip, and so it's gonna be a very costly trip, because remember, pamdashkako Beitbridge, you guys you're gonna be in quarantine for like 21 days, and so similar announcements will be made once the arrangements have been concluded. Also note that all returning residents will be subjected to 21 days mandatory quarantine at designated quarantine centers in Beitbridge upon crossing into Zimbabwe at government costs. Separate announcements regarding assisted repatriation will be made through the usual channels once the process has been finalized. So other important thing again, guys, from South Africa to Zimbabwe, and embassy it is also facilitating those arrangements. And remember, you're gonna be in quarantine for 21 days again. Beitbridge, and also remember kuti kana mada kudzoka your papers mapepa yenyu afanira ari 100% correct, anditi havakubatsire kuti mudzoke kunoku usina mapepa ayo azviti. Kana uchitobva kuZimbabwe uchiya kunoku kuSouth Africa, your papers should be 100%, but kana muchienda kuZimbabwe kana musina mapepa akakwana, embassy inokwanisa kukubatsirai, anditi. So it seems as if the government is actually paying for those the quarantine days amchagara imomo, but for transport fares and your luggage and stuff, it's a self-funded trip. So guys, I just thought let me just share with you, because this is important, especially for brothers and sisters who are in South Africa who wants to go back to Zimbabwe, because and things are gonna take time kuti zvigadzirisike, kuti zvidzokere pa same position yenge zviri. So many people have lost their jobs, some have lost income. So kuti ukwanisa kurarama usina income munomuka atori ma1, it's no rwadza kuti urarame usina income. That's period. Kana usina income, it's difficult to survive in a foreign country. So some of the better options is to go back home. I know home is not, Zimbabwe is not a country by unoenda zviribo, but it's better kuti namo hekurowe uri kuHarare than kuti namo hekurowe uri muJoburg, because muHarare unokwanisa kubatsirwa nehama neshamwari and stuff, but in foreign country there's always be politics. And so guys, thank you very much for listening. I'm gonna put some of the details in the comment section. If you want to know much about this issue, you are freely to get in touch with us in the comment section also. And thank you very much. This is for my Zimbabweans who are in South Africa, and the embassy officially now announced kuti the process can be done. So thank you guys. Talk to me in the comment section, and have a nice day, nice evening, and good morning. Thank you.